we have some Instagram related updates, and they're actually so important and so interesting that I had to set it all up here in my hotel room. I wish I could show you the view, but yeah, I forgot the lights. Or actually, I was just too lazy to take all the lights in here so I could show you the background. But in this video, we'll talk about reach, especially about reach that you get on Reels, how you can up this reach, and reach in general. Because the boy has spoken, the head of Instagram has spoken, our friend, Mosiri Adam. Yeah, in his weekly Q&As. He talked about the importance of, he just talked about Reels and why certain Reels might not perform well, and there's some interesting things that we could read between the lines as always. So let's get going and let's take a look at this whole thing. Anyway, that Mosiri guy said the following on one of his Q&A videos.
Use music, try to avoid blurry imagery, no watermarks from other apps, try to make it fun, be authentic, be yourself.
Okay, so what? This might just seem like, whatever, it's just another Reels tip that sounds like every other. But hidden between the lines. First of all, he says use music. Interesting, because a lot of people don't use music. Apparently, it's better if you actually do use music that you can choose from Reels. And this is the important thing, is he said avoid watermarks.
No watermarks from other apps.
No watermarks from other apps. What is he talking about? Obviously, he's talking about TikTok. Because a lot of people actually, they create their TikTok content because, this whole Reels type of content has actually been born on TikTok, and it actually is TikTok content, and Instagram just blatantly copied this whole thing over. But then again, they don't want you to copy things over that, content that you created directly on Reels, because apparently they will, down your reach. They will say, well, it's not going to perform as well if you do that. And this has a few reasons. Let me talk about them. First of all, the upcoming monetization feature of Instagram. I have to say upcoming because we never know when it actually comes, because we've been waiting for it for about a year now and things are not happening. But basically, if you're new here and if you've slept behind a couch or somewhere, Instagram is gonna enable monetization for creators, basically the way that it is on YouTube, that lets allow creators put ads in front of their videos. And just thinking about that, actually it makes a lot of sense that they don't want to have TikTok content over on Instagram on their Reels platform, because I said it in a few videos. First of all, I'm sure that they will not only enable, IGTV ads when they talk about monetization, but also Reels ads. I'm pretty sure that they've been working on that behind the scenes. But if you export a video from TikTok, and load it into Instagram, there's gonna be these watermarks floating around. And obviously, Instagram has a way to detect that, which is bad, which is why they will, take your reach away. But then, the reason for that being actually is, how can they allow ads on their content, negotiate with advertisers saying, well, the majority of our content is actually comes over from TikTok and it's just a copy, and you can even see TikTok in there, so they might be like, why don't we just, put their ads in front of TikTok? What's the actual value that we get from Instagram, because the reach we get on TikTok as well, because things are blowing up. Now, the other reason why I think this whole thing is happening right now has actually some, just some business principles, some branding strategy, in them. Because obviously Instagram is going after TikTok, like they did with Snapchat back in the day, with the stories. They take this feature and try to establish it for their own, try to make it their own thing. How can they make it their own thing if all the time in the back of their minds people see, well, this is actually TikTok original content, and a content platform like YouTube or Instagram or any social media platform, it thrives on user-created original content that is native to this app, organic to this app. People speak about organic content. If people obviously don't do that and just copy over things, it doesn't align with their whole vision. It doesn't align with their long-term goal, which is, and we've talked about this between the lines, you want to do things that align with whatever platform that is, with their goal, and this will actually enable you to get more reach out of it. Just makes sense. Just common sense, actually. Now, there's another very interesting thing that actually has a lot to do with what we just said. Somebody asked him the following. Somebody asked him, why did you turn off sharing posts to stories? And that has a lot to do. Let's take a look at what he said.
We haven't turned these off yet. We are just testing it because we are hearing that more and more people are seeing reshares in stories and they want to see original content, particularly from their friends. So it's just a test.
Okay, it's a test. And a lot of people have actually reached out to me via the DMs and said, well, I can't reshare things anymore in my stories. I can't share links anymore, which has probably another reason. But basically, they say they turned off sharing posts to stories because they're worried that reshared content is crowding out original content from friends. Of course, from friends, whatever it is. But the main thing being, they're worried that reshared content is crowding out original content. And this actually goes along with what we just said about IGTV content. But this whole thing can actually be taken as a whole, a whole content strategy point. Obviously, they don't want to have as much reshared content as it is right now. And this is why I always say with meme pages and things like that, and they work still, because at the end of the day, it's what the user likes. If you have a good meme page, obviously go for it. If you actually have a community, if your followers actually enjoy your content, obviously. But in general, they don't think this is the right direction to go to. Why? And if you're smart, you might know this. Because, them trying to create the social media hub, establishing themselves, mainly for monetization reasons behind the scenes, because we've made a video about this, but you're not going to be able to put, ads on your content if it's just some reshared or reposted content, obviously. And, it just makes no sense for if you take a look at the vision of Instagram being a content creator platform, a content hub. It just makes sense. So with that being said, what do you think about these changes? In my opinion, they are actually pretty great, or could be pretty great, because more and more people actually would create original content, Instagram specific original content, whatever that might be. First of all, we see newer creators emerge, smaller creators emerge. This is why a lot of smaller creators, tend to blow up right now. And also, we would probably see an overall, uptick in engagement, because, if more and more people created, really great content on the platform. I think it might be why sometimes engagement drops, just because Instagram tries to counter certain content types, reshared content and stuff like this, or blurry content. It's another thing that they talked about. If you reshare a post, because it's been compressed, when you just screenshot it from Instagram or something like this, if you reshare it in there, it gets compressed another time by their algorithm. So it's, it's always blurrier than the original, than if you just, upload the original to Instagram and stuff like this. So with that being said, what do you think about that? I'd love to know. I think it's a great thing, talking about the long-term goal of Instagram and talking about the platform as a creator platform. But anyway, my name's Dominic. I'll try to keep the videos coming. Right now, I'm kind of in a half vacation mode. So, there's that. But sometimes creators just need that. So don't be alerted if you don't see as many videos of me as you're used to. My name's Dominic, coming from the desert. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys later.